I've known you now for 10 years,
Yeah.
but previous to that you were looked after by Paul, my brother.
In all of that time, I think we've grown to know each other quite well, to develop a friendship and a mutual respect about our aims and objectives with investment and looking after my family's affairs.
Yeah. I think the way we've really been able to help Gary and his family over the years has changed as Gary's life has changed. He came to us with some investments that he needed somebody to take over, to take the burden off of him, to be able to manage them in a more structured way. And then over the years, the work that we've done with Gary over the years has definitely changed. We're still looking after the investment side of things, obviously, but now has progressed on to looking after Gary, his wife Susanna, his family, helping him with his parents when sadly they passed away. And it really is looking at every aspect of Gary's family's life, right the way through to hopefully many years from now when we'll be looking to pass wealth from Gary down to his children. Well, I think the best way of looking after people is to be yourself. If you try to change too much, it's not genuine, and people will see it, they'll feel it. So I think as with Gary, as with everybody, I'm just always myself. If we stop and listen a bit, you will always find you've got something in common. And once you've found that common ground, which we've all got somewhere along the line, then it's just a case of working with that.
I'd much rather spend my time doing other things like being with the family, going on vacation, even doing a limited amount of work that I still do today. I think there's been a whole stream of very helpful advice at different stages of our life and our experience, and I would point to our parents and their wills and their LPAs, and then subsequently, unfortunately, the probate that I had to go through when they passed away, but then moving on to ourselves, putting wills and LPAs in place for ourselves, and indeed wills in place for our children. And there's always something different at each stage of your life, and that's what you've been able to help us with.
It's a different conversation every time.
Yes.
And maybe one day your retirement.
One never knows.
Watch this space.